Hey, this is Derek from Ideal Body, and this video is all about 5 diet tips to lose fat faster. All right, let's get started. All right, so in today's video, I'm gonna give you 5 diet tips that you can use to lose fat faster. And don't worry, this isn't about, eating more broccoli or cutting out all your favorite foods. This is actually something simple and easy you can do that's gonna be enjoyable for you so you can lose fat faster. And once you have this under control, once you have these foods kind of in your arsenal, you're gonna be set for the rest of your life because you're gonna know exactly what to eat and what not to eat to start burning fat quickly and easily, even if you never exercise. All right, so number 1 diet tip is to cut out the fruit smoothies. So I go to a gym, and attached to that gym is a smoothie shop. It's meant as this, healthy smoothie. Grab one after your workout, replenish your system, get all these nutrients in and all these vitamins and all that kind of stuff, which we've all bought into over the years. The problem is when you use actual fruit in your smoothies, it's basically like drinking sugar. So here's what I mean. When you eat fruit, there is a lot of sugar in most fruits. The thing is that the fruit also has fiber. So the fiber kind of goes into your body. It helps blunt the sugar spike. So it's not like when you eat a candy bar and there's no fiber and you just get this huge sugar spike and your insulin levels go soaring up. With fruit, the fiber in there kind of blunts that. So it's not the same as eating, a candy bar or ice cream or anything like that. The problem is when you use fruit in a smoothie and you blend it up, you basically blend all that fiber to smithereens. It's gone. So if you're doing a smoothie with a banana and a bunch of mango and then some strawberries, and even if you add in some like protein powder or something like that, you're still basically drinking all that sugar because the fiber is gone. It's dissolved, it's blended up, and it's not there anymore. So when you start drinking these fruit smoothies, it's basically just like drinking sugar. It goes in as sugar, your body releases a ton of insulin because it's like, whoa, what's all the sugar doing in here? And then you basically just negate all the hard work you just put in your workout by just drinking a bunch of sugar. So if you're gonna have smoothies, I would cut out the fruit, just stick with vegetables, stick with healthy fat sources like coconut oil, even full fat, plain Greek yogurt's a great thing to throw in there. I throw a half avocado into my smoothies because it makes it kind of more creamy and more thick, which is what I prefer. So start adding more of those foods in, start cutting out the fruit because the fiber's gone when you start blending it, and it's basically just a shot of sugar straight to your body. All right, diet tip number 2 is to eat more butter. Again, this goes against what most people will tell you, but I read a story a couple days ago. This guy, I forgot his name, but he was overweight and he ended up losing 145 pounds in 14 months. Now, the reason he did that was he went to his kids', I believe it was a college graduation. It was in his big gymnasium. All the seats on the floor close to the graduation ceremony all had these little seats in them, and he could not fit in one of the seats, so they had to go up to the top. The entire family had to go up to the top where they had bleachers so he could sit down and watch his kid graduate. That made him feel a certain way to where he wanted to make a change in his life. So he started to do what everyone else would tell you to do, eat less, exercise more, and none of it worked. Then he started eating not only just more butter, but more healthy, higher fat foods. He lost 145 pounds in 14 months, and he went and got tested by his doctor. His cholesterol, his blood sugar, everything he got tested was mainly perfect, nearly perfect, by eating more of these foods. So you don't have to be afraid of eating butter or bacon or things like that because they have healthy fats in there that your body wants to run off of. Your body doesn't want to run off of carbs and sugar, and more importantly, your brain doesn't want to run off of carbs and sugar. It's a huge lie where people say you have to eat all these carbs to fuel yourself. Well, your body would rather run on stored fat and the fat that you eat instead. So eating more butter is the next best thing you can do. Cut out the margarine, the low-fat stuff. Start eating more butter in your meals. All right? Tip number 3 is to start cooking with coconut oil. Now, you can also use butter that I mentioned before. Those are probably the 2 best things you can use to cook with, but when you're cooking your vegetables, when you're cooking like scrambled eggs in the morning, when you're baking and you're using that spray pan stuff or whatever to grease your pan or whatever, start using more coconut oil, butter, because they're, again, the healthier, higher fat foods that are not only going to fill you up because they have the fat in them, you're not going to constantly be hungry, but they also help you burn more fat. So coconut oil is one of the best ones you can use. I use it to cook my scrambled eggs. I use it to cook broccoli, cauliflower, add a little bit of salt on top of that. It tastes really, really good, and it just flavors the foods that maybe you don't like so much. So if you don't like eating green beans, they taste horrible to you, well, if you cook them in butter, if you cook them in coconut oil and you add a little salt on top, like sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, that's a very, very healthy meal that now also tastes good, so you'll eat more of it. You'll get filled up on those healthier foods. So cooking with coconut oil, tip number 3. All right, tip number 4 is basically what I've been talking about the last 2 ones, and it's just eating more fat overall. Now, I'm not talking about fatty foods like a McDonald's cheeseburger or like a deep fried whatever. Like, those aren't the healthier kinds of fats. Those are more trans fats, which are not healthy for you. But eating the healthier fats and the butter and the coconut oil and the bacon, things like that, basically reprograms your body to being a fat burner or instead of a sugar burner. So you can be one of the two. You can be a fat burner, you can be a sugar or a carb burner. If you're eating tons of carbs all the time, your body starts running on carbs. The thing is, you can only use so many at a time. The rest of them just end up spilling over, and that's what gets stored as fat. With the eating the fat, it gives you more energy. Your body wants to run off the stored fat, so you're more clear mentally, you have more mental clarity, more focus, less brain fog, and you start losing weight so much faster than if you're doing the low-calorie, low-fat route, which most people, unfortunately, are doing. So eating more healthy, high-fat foods is a very fast and simple way to lose fat quickly and easily. All right? And then tip number 5 goes with everything else I've been saying, is cutting out the low-fat foods. So for years, I would buy the low-fat light yogurt. I would buy the reduced-fat peanut butter. I would buy the low-fat cheese because all I cared about was calories. I was duped into thinking, like pretty much everyone is, that it's all about the calories and you gotta burn more calories than you eat. So I started eating these low-fat foods. The problem is, yes, they did have lower calories, they did have fewer calories, but when you take the fat out of the food, you basically take the taste along with it. So food companies need to do something to make these low-fat foods taste good. So what do? They add in more sugar or more fake sugars, artificial sweeteners that your body basically treats like sugar anyways, and they try to get around that by using those because they're 0 calorie when they still make your body store fat. So cutting out the low-fat yogurt, get the full-fat yogurt. Cut out the flavored yogurts too, the strawberry, the blueberry, all of those are mainly just added sugar going in. Just get the full-fat, plain Greek yogurt and add some fruit on top of it if you want to do it that way. But cutting out these light foods, the low-fat, reduced fats, those are doing way more harm than good. All right, so to recap, the 5 diet tips to lose fat faster is, number 1, cut out the fruit smoothies. It's basically like a direct shot of sugar to your stomach, to your system, because all the fiber is blended up and it's gone and it has no use. So you're getting a straight shot of sugar through those fruit smoothies. Number 2, eat more butter. And number 3, cook with more coconut oil and butter. It'll make your food taste better, and it'll also help fill you up so you're not constantly snacking and hungry all the time. It'll help you burn fat faster. Next is just eating more fat overall in general. Get away from eating more carb-based foods and start switching to more higher fat foods. That'll be probably the fastest way you can lose weight quickly and easily without exercising. And then the last tip is stop relying on the low-fat versions because they're just pumped up with sugar, artificial sweeteners, fake chemicals that are horrible for your body and force your body to store more fat. If you enjoyed this video and want to get my free gift on how to triple your fat burning overnight without exercise, just go ahead and click the link in the description below. Let me know what your best email is and I'll personally send it over to you 100% free, just my way of saying thank you for watching this video. And if you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button below and let me know. Feel free to comment below, let me know anything you want me to cover in any future videos, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll know exactly when these new free videos come out every single week to help you burn more fat quickly and easily.